Okay, it's not anti-intellectual to believe in God. Some other things that I notice about people who believe in God, they often live better and more fulfilling lives when they are living for God, as the Bible says, than the other way around. I know a lot of people, and most of the people that I know are either Christian people who are doing pretty well in life, or at least fairly well in life. And I know some other people who are not Christians, and most of the people that I know that are not Christians are people who are struggling very badly because there are no principles that govern their life. So that is one piece of evidence that I cite, and it's just a piece of evidence. I'm not going to tout it as proof. Um, that is kind of an anti-intellectual thing to do, and I'm trying to come at this from a more intellectual angle. But it is a piece of evidence. Another piece of evidence is that over many astrophysicists' careers, they go from believing in a self-designing universe to believing in an intelligently designed universe that has a creator. Some even go as far as belief in the Christian God. Um, one scientist that had come to a belief in a Christian God, who is a very intelligent person. I would say he probably has an IQ above 150. He's very intelligent. He's very articulate. Is Hugh Ross. Now, some of the Christians out there, if you're a Christian and you're watching this, you may not like Hugh Ross because he doesn't fit a creationist paradigm. But I think we need to get around the fact that everybody has to fit in a little box. Um, and I don't take a complete stand on either way. Um, I guess maybe I lean more towards Hugh Ross's school of thought on it, and he has a book that's titled "A Matter of Days," and this is him. That's Hugh Ross. Uh, he has a ministry called Reasons to Believe, and they go around and talk at colleges. They believe that, and they make a case, and they have a falsifiable model for those people who are that intellectual that really want to get into the scientific method. They have a falsifiable model that they work with, and they believe that each day is more representative, each day in the book of Genesis is more representative of an age. This is one of the things that, intellectuals and creationists, this is a thing that people who consider themselves intellectuals and people who consider themselves creationists they fight back and forth about. They fight back and forth about, you know, well, yes, the earth was created in 6 literal days. And these guys believe that those days are more representative of ages. And Hugh Ross explains what he believes each age is. And another piece of evidence for intelligent design is that Darwinism, in large part, right now, is being challenged. The tradition, the traditional Darwinistic models are being challenged. there is somewhat of a new reformation kind of happening in biology. Um, and one person, and this is by theists and atheists alike. So it's not just a bunch of, Bible thumpers. You call me a Bible thumper if you want. I don't care. Um, I am one. But it's not just a bunch of Bible thumping Christians. There's atheists that are challenging the traditional views that Darwin had too, and they are just now gaining a little bit of ground. So that's something that I would expect that new theories will really start to surface in about 5 to 10 years. More complex because um, by Darwin's standards, his own theory is wrong. Darwin said if the body has complex mechanisms you know that he was wrong. And microbiologists have found complex mechanisms, little tiny machines in the body. And so, by Darwin's own standard, his work is wrong. And I know there's probably going to be a lot of people that want to try to use ad hominems. That's a personal attack on me. If you just call me stupid, I'm going to assume that you don't really know anything and that you're trying to go off of something that is not factual. Anything that I'm telling you here, if it's a little bit vague, I can always go back and I can look the things up and I can tell you because these are all based on things that I've looked up and I've looked into. I've always had an interest in having the intellectual conversations with people who don't believe in God. I'm not afraid of that. I do believe in God. If I believe in God, and this is for a lot of you Christians out there, if I believe in God, then how can I sit here and be afraid to have an intellectual discussion with someone? That's silly. I don't have to use ad hominems. I don't have to personally attack people. I can intellectually debate people. I believe eventually that, you know, Christ will reveal himself even in these areas. And if I end up being wrong, I end up being wrong. I don't really believe that I'm going to be wrong, but that's why one of the reasons why I support free speech. Let everybody say what they're going to say and let the cards fall where they're going to fall. Let the pieces fall where they're going to fall. You know, and we'll see who comes out intellectually ahead. But as far as I can tell, Darwinism is basically the political correctness of the science realm, along with climate change. This idea of this catastrophic climate change. I don't believe in that either. Do I believe that climates change over time? Yes. I mean, there's documented proof of it. I'd be stupid to not agree with that. Do I believe that mankind is destroying the earth at such a rate that we're going to all be dead in 9 years and the ocean's going to swallow us all up? No, I don't believe that. People have been saying that for a long time and they've been wrong. Al Gore has over and over again said that kind of stuff and he's been wrong. And what is he saying about it? He always says it's a catastrophic thing and you got to donate to this thing. It's just a way for him to make money. That's how he makes money. Obviously, he doesn't make money from doing speeches like a president would because he didn't get to be the president. Climate change, as far as this catastrophic idea that the climate is going to destroy us in like 5 years, absolutely false. It's absolutely wrong. I'm getting basically to the limit of my video, so I hope that the intellectual conversation I hope that I was able to keep it more of an intellectual level and not a spiritual level for people who want to be in an intellectual discussion about these things. I understand your frustration with people who just want to be in a spiritual discussion when you're trying to be in an intellectual discussion. But I'm not afraid to be in an intellectual discussion. Anyway, thanks a lot. Please like and subscribe if you like this content. Um, and you know, comments. Feel free to comment. Please don't attack each other. You know, when I see the ad hominems, I'm gonna delete them. There's no reason for it. Anyway, you know, have a great day, and you know, here's the point that I'm trying to make. It's not committing intellectual suicide to believe in God.